Would you look at that sky? The light is about to go bye-bye. So I'm hoping you're getting a little bit of this really beautiful purple at least. I don't know, it's like when I move, do you lose it? I don't know. Anyway, gosh, I wish it translated. It's just enormously gorgeous. Whew, I wish you could see all the pinks. Can you see any of the subtlety? I mean, my gosh. Maybe? Kinda? I don't know. Doesn't really translate, but zoomed in on some wood. Just put the wood pile behind me because, I don't know, wood's funny, right? Wood is just kind of funny. And I'm going for this like sort of Irish thing. Sort of Irish girl. Got my little tam. Got my little tam slamming around on the top of my head. So, light is going very quickly. I'm going to try to just do this. It's, what am I trying to say? What am I going to say? Every single day can't be like home run out the park. Crowd goes wild, right? It's been a really rough week. The world is heavy right now. Things are very bad in the news. If you watch the news every night like myself, there's some actually terrible things happening. And I wish that I had the energy to put it all into words. But between getting my taxes done at the very last minute today and etc., seeing my dad for the first time in a long time, I just couldn't articulate the seriousness of things. So I was trying to figure out what to do, and I stumbled on it being National Limerick Day. And I was really upset because yesterday was actually National Twilight Zone Day, and I missed that. And I'm upset because I'm obsessed, completely obsessed. And if you watched last night, I was a little scatterbatter, little Mad Hatter scatter there. But I delivered some pretty dope poetry, I think. Some stuff I forgot that I wrote about Los Angeles. And so, I don't know. I just thought, whatever, National Limerick Poetry Day. Sure. It felt right to just give you something. Oh, they're not. That's amazing. That's the first one of these I've ever had that just refuses to budge. They're not ripe yet. The wishes aren't ripe yet. Should write a limerick about the dandelion that wouldn't blow. Developing my continual crazy headache that I've been having. Anyway, I just, whipped up some limericks because I didn't know what else to do with my fiddlesticks except make some limericks. Just felt like the thing. So I wore my Irish sweater from Ireland. I think maybe I've worn it once before, but oh well, here it is again. And I don't even know if I did these completely right. I'm really not good at logic or figuring out, like, was that the thing? I don't know. Like, I always need a person to check me. I need someone to guide me, hold my hand. Oh, I should be in front of those yellow flowers. Those look really good. Maybe we'll have the slightest hint of light to go stand by them at the end of this. Man, I could wish you could see these watercolor pinks and purples right now. I don't know if it's going to show up. But I know that the moon is going to show up. I knew that. So, I found out that limericks. A limerick refers to a city in Ireland, the county of Limerick. But historians who know their shit, they actually think that the poems originated in England in the beginning of the 18th century. So, the structure, which is very specific, and I think I did right, but I don't know. You limerick experts out there, tell me if I really hatcheted it, and I will apologize. But I was just trying to have fun with it, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I take these real seriously a lot of the times, and the rhymes, and the time, and the scene, and the dream, and the costumes, and I have to have it all right. So tonight I was just like, here, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get now, baby. So put a little flower in my hair, in my ear, tucked a flower in my ear, and I'm here and I'm queer and I'm here to give you limericks. So, as I said, I'm not sure completely, entirely if I did this right, but I was trying to understand the unstressed, the anapaestics, two unstressed followed by a third stressed, da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, followed by da-dum, da-da-dum. I don't know. I just kind of went with it. I was like, I think that sounds like a limerick. Sure. So I called this whole little section, which is basically poking fun at the year 2021, gimmicks and limericks. Gimmicks and limericks. And wood. A big old stack of wood. Take it however you should. Gimmicks and limericks. There was a rude man at the Walmart, maskless, smugly pushing his cart. I scowled at him. With fools you can't win. I hope his next meal causes bad farts. I'm losing it. I'm crazy. It's fine. These are all people that I have encountered in the actual world in 2021. So, this is where we're at. That happened. It happened, when masks were still very much necessary. I think they still are now. Everyone's acting like COVID's over and they're having a big old party, just picking their 4-leaf clovers like it's over, and it's not. But well, cool. That's a low riding planes. Coincidence? I think not. Here comes another one. There was a young influencer. He pranked his friends to make a stir. He soon had no pals, nor any hot gals, for they all concurred he was a turd. There was a pushy gal at the coffee shop. She shuffled and scooted her flip-flops. She smacked her gum and scrolled with her thumb. I nearly popped off as she breathed on my back. See, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing the da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da-dum, da-da, da-da-da-dum, da-da. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but sounds okay. Sounds like a limerick, kind of. There was an old man from Nantucket, and he did some shit with a bucket. I don't know. Fuck it, right? There was a mean mom at the market. Every word she spoke, she barked it. She snarled and snapped. She pointedly clapped. She may have been the devil incarnate. Also a real person I encountered. Scary! There's been some really scary people in pandemic. Also some really lovely ones. I was having kind of a day where I believed in the synchronicity or the mojo of the more I kind of was angry at people and their shitty driving, the more shitty people emerged. And then the more I sort of believed in people and was like, oh, look at your beauty. Oh, look at you being beautiful. The more beautiful people emerged. And I do believe in that. So the cutest couple walking today, they were like cowboy, cowgirl, only she was real hard. She could have gotten on the stage and blown everyone away. And she had this big, thick, beautiful, wavy hair. And he was real cute with a little mullet and had this little cowboy hat. And they were just flirting and strolling. And I was like, damn, you're cute. I had a very Twin Peaksy day, though. It was very Twin Peaksy. The Peaksies behind the veils of weird shit. So that's why I almost went with the Twilight Zone thing. But if I'm going to do a Twilight Zone thematic thing, which obviously I will now, since I missed the day, I have to find a way to insert it. That's what he said. But if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to go all out, and I'm going to dress like Rod, and I'm going to do the lip thing, and I'm going to do black and white, and I'll work on it. But I did feel inspired. I wish I didn't feel so tired. Sorry, I try to weave the poetry in at any time. But it was a very Twin Peaksy kind of day, very odd. I was noticing the alignment of the universe, or the strange, the thinking bad curse leading to bad things happening, and then the thinking lovely things happening to, leading to lovely things. So I was thinking real hard about the interwovenness, right? And how everything seemed a bit like a movie and a bit staged and a bit weird, and I was feeling kind of weird and like, am I real? And I drove by this guy who, no joke, I just glanced at him, kind of like, are we real? And he went, like, I'm not making it up, like that creepy. It was really wild. Like, my thought right at that second was, are we real? I looked over. I was like, oh, wow, okay, I don't know anymore. But this is day 132, so what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You're going to read another limerick. There once was a greedy CEO. He scampered and hustled on the go. Never paying attention, I giggle to mention, he was constantly stubbing his toe. There once was an arrogant yogi. He thought processed foods were grody. He bowed to say, farewell, namaste, then snuck away to smoke a big stogie. Also describing a real person I've met, somebody who's so just like, oh yes bro, namaste, oh my god, everything, I don't eat anything that isn't organic, that isn't picked by the hands of fairy hippies who only eat organic. And then I caught him, I saw him smoking this like stogie. I was like, honey, I think like a burger would probably be better for you than that, but what do I know? There once was a queen of selfies. She swore this behavior was healthy. She tripped on a curb while posting a blurb. The surgeons were glad she's so wealthy. That was actually based on a news story I saw about people getting injuries from selfies. Real shit, people. Gotta be careful. Gotta look where you're going. So these are all just poking fun at 2021. And it's all pretty real shit. And sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's really scary. But yeah, I hope I'm doing it right. I don't know. Just trying to keep it light. Relatively so, because I know I've been hitting you with some of the down pretty low. I'm just trying to give you a taste of some of the other stuff. And it's hard. It's harder than you think. I really was. I was much like Shakespeare. I was trying to understand the structure. I was trying to understand the rules. And the ba-dum, da-dum, da-da-dum. I was trying to understand it. And I was like, wow, we think of these as being so silly. Like, there was an old man with a beard. Pow. And they're kind of tough. Like, to keep them funny and to make them sort of tell a story. And I was reading the introductions. What? What is that word? I was reading the instructions. Introductions. Whoa. I'm tired. But yeah, I was like, you're supposed to introduce your character. That's where introduce came from. It was waiting in the queue for words. And then provide a scenario, be funny, be light and funny to read, and then like provide some kind of surprise or like guffaw at the end. So it's harder than it sounds. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Here we go. I'm going to keep them going. There was a young terrible bully. He never felt love quite fully. There was a young terrible bully. He never felt love quite fully. He picked on poor Tom. They couldn't get along. Till Tom blasted the song Wooly Bully. Oh, wooly bully. Oh, wooly bully. Eh, wooly bully. I love that song. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one the FBI like investigated, and they're like, what is this nonsense song? Play it backwards and find the devil instructions. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, wole bole. Oh, wole bole. Oh, wole bole. That's the one. Pretty sure. I think it is. Somebody tell me. I don't know. Somebody comment something other than, I keep getting all the porn comments, all the like, and they come up with the most clever names. It's like, Villander Mescopali. I'm like, wow, a robot forcing porn on me came up with that name? Like the craziest names. I can't even remember some of them. Like Ember Fantafical. Like, what? This is coming from an algorithm? Okay. But I just keep getting all the spam comments, and I always like pant like a little dog, like, I got a comment. Of like one person who loyally comments the nicest and most engaging things every time, and a few friends who chime in from time and time again. But I'm always just like wanting a little more. Who can blame me? I'm giving you all of me here. I'm giving me all of ya. I'm giving you all of me. Me to ya. I don't know. So I get all stoked, and then it's like, just another weird porn spammer. And I report them, and they just keep a flooding. Anywho, I don't even know where that came from. Oh, comment about Wooly Bully, and if you know, that was the one that the FBI was investigating, because I'm pretty sure it was. Along with other songs that they just didn't understand, so they feared it, and it was evil coming through the speakers because they didn't get it. So it must be evil. Speaking of which, there was a young gaming addict. His lack of sunlight was tragic. His mother took a bat to show her thoughts on that, and the games were defeated like magic. That is not based on truth. It's just a funny image I had in my mind of what's plaguing 2021. Well, definitely gaming and technology addiction. And I just pictured a mom just being so sick of everything at the end of pandemic that she's like, get some vitamin D. Because that'd be hilarious. There was a man stuck on his high horse. He never veered far from his ego course. His friend stuck a sign on his back, reading, when rude, give a smack. Now he's met with plenty of brute force. I don't think that one followed the specific da-dums perfectly, but I thought it was still kind of funny. Just people need to get off them high horses. They're too high. It's too high. Come down with the rest of us. Come on. Come on. There was a speeding, scary SUV chick. She fancied herself so very slick. Then I met her at the red light. Her sour puss was my delight. I'd gladly give her a booger flick. Real person. That was actually today. I was like, girl, I'm gonna see you at that red light, okay? You need to calm the actual F down. Like, there's too many of you clowns taking over my town, and you need to stop. And sure enough, I saw her at every red light. Like, girl, you're just endangering people's lives, and I'm just gonna keep seeing you at the red light, and I'd flick a booger on you if I could. Shoot. There was a scary QAnon believer, a lifelong professional deceiver. He got in the mood by watching Fox News. He was an excellent bullshit weaver. This one's funny because this is going to be like every old person in like 40 years. It's going to be scary. There once was a granny with tattoos. Her favorite one she couldn't choose. She had always been rowdy, fab, and never dowdy, in her lowrider cruising for dudes. That describes an actual real person I've seen in LA as well, which I mean I fully admire. I think that's awesome, but I do think it's funny that like all this Gen Z, you know, once we hit them being at old age, it's just gonna be a bunch of grampies and Grammys walking around with crazy ass tattoos and piercings. Even my generation, it's even worse maybe. It's like, it was almost like it was a competition. Like, whoa, you don't need to cover your entire body. Calm down, naughty body. There once was a self-described player. He fancied himself a lady slayer. He had great big tires and was an excellent liar. With real love, he didn't have a prayer. Cool. That's what I got for today. Just limericks. Limericks, hooray! I'm going to show you where I, like, after the fact thought maybe I should have filmed. But it's okay. We did what we did, right? And there's time. We have to let the dandelions ripen. Have to let the bagpipes be piping. I think that's more Scottish, but I think it's also both. These are good though, right? How cute are these? Oh yeah, I look like a right Irish girl there. Look like a right Irish lass. Oh my god, they smell so good. But yeah, it's pert. It's very pertiful. So we'll just go yellow on yellow there, and hopefully I lightened your heavy cares. I don't think I did all the limericks right, but that was my first attempt. Honestly, my love of poetry forever and ever, and I've never tried to write me a limerick. And they're a much tougher thing than I thought they would be. So tomorrow will be day 133, and I like those double numbers. Something about like the 22s and the 33s and the 44s and the 55s and the 66 and the 77, and can I get an 88? Can I get a 99? I like those. So I'm gonna go take my doze for the evening, and then we'll be bringing you more. I was like, oh my god, it's a creature. It's my dog. I want to say they've got to be honeysuckles, because ooh, pull up your buckles. That's a honeysuckle smell. Okay, that was swell. I hope it gave you a half giggle at least. I know it's hard to come by. I mean, a chuckle. Chuckle's practically impossible these days. But hope I lightened you in some way. And we'll do it again tomorrow when the sun shines. Or maybe at night. We'll poke around in my mind. Okay. So, mighty fine. Pleasure being with ya. Happy National Limerick Day. What the heck else was it? I think it was National Eat Whatever You Want Day too. So have a heyday. Eat whatever you want day. And I'll be seeing you again tomorrow. Okay.